Hey, what's up, guys? This is Logic. This is my AEW All Out 2019 review, and I gotta say, congratulations to AEW. They delivered another successful show. They got the point across, delivered with all their matches, storytelling, progression. Everything was important on this show. Nothing on this show, had no importance. Everything was important on this show. So I gotta say, NXT UK Cardiff was on the same day as All Out. And in my opinion, the better show was All Out. Now, don't sleep on the NXT UK. I'll get into that in another video. But listen, All Out, comparing both shows side by side and looking at all the matches, I gotta say All Out. This was the better show. They've been having great pay-per-views. If you look at all the pay-per-views, example, Double or Nothing, great show. Fighter Fest, it was a good show. Fight for the Fallen, that was a decent show. That was probably their weakest show. But All Out, that was a great show. They're actually planning to make All Out an annual show in Chicago. So that means 2020, we will have another All Out and so on in Chicago. I'm guessing this is like their WrestleMania. I'm not sure because hint the name All Out. You're gonna go all out for this show. So I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be like their WrestleMania equivalent, but we'll see in the future. This was a very, very important night for AEW. This gave everyone the vibe and the feeling of a true alternative to WWE. Plus, this is their last show before they go on TV, so they're trying to build our trust. So when we watch them live, they are worth all the hype. Now, it wasn't all perfect. The production, the commentary, everything sounded a little sloppy, but trust me, they're still new. They will get better. From their past shows, it was worse. They are progressively getting better slowly. So just it's a new company. It's gonna be some flaws. Just watch the match. They had variety of matches that are for like all wrestling fans. The traditional match, the extreme matches, the spotty matches, just all the traditional matches, the old school matches. Listen, this pay per view altogether, just watching it, it was pretty fun and was very enjoyable. I was off my seat for a lot of the moments, but listen, guys, like my video, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Logic is Key YT. It's Logic is Key YT. I gotta get more videos out. I'm trying to get my following up, trying to get more supporters. So support your boy. More videos will come out soon. Now, guys, I did not watch the buy-in at all. I didn't have time. I was taking notes for NXT UK, so I didn't have time. I wish I did watch it, but whatever. Nothing really important happened except for Nyla Rose winning a battle royal to be put in the AEW World Women's Title match. Now, her opponent will be determined later on tonight in another match, but she's going to be in the match. She's going to be competing for the first AEW Women's Title. So to kick off AEW All Out, the first match, we have a 6-man tag team match. And this was a hot opener. This is how you do 6-man tags. This is how you do it. So we had SCU, SoCal Uncensored, versus the Jurassic Express. Now I gotta say, oh my lord, Luchasaurus is the highlight of this match. This man is so over. He has a great look. And like him with Jungle Boy, and I forgot, I'm so sorry. I always forget this guy's name. The little short one that's with them. I forgot his name. I always forget his name. But this pairing, it seems so random, but it works so perfectly. Like, it's just so perfect. But SoCal Uncensored, they win this match. The highlight of this match was Luchasaurus getting one of the calmest but exciting hot tags I ever seen before. He used his feet to perfection. He was hitting big boots, spinning kicks, roundhouse kicks, and SCU they were trying to double team him, but he rolled through it, and then he ducked their clothesline. He dropped and he kicked up. He ducked another clothesline. Then he kicked both Sky and Daniels. He chokeslammed Kazarian, and then immediately hit a standing moonsault. The crowd went crazy for this, yo. The size of this man and the fury of offense was just amazing. He's so entertaining to watch. SCU, they win by hitting a moonsault, it was like a double tombstone pile driver. It was like the melter driver from the Young Bucks. On to Young Jungle Boy and Stunts, I think his name is. And they covered Jungle Boy for the win. I love to see the Jungle Express get their win back in the finals in the tag team tournament if they're in it against SCU. The crowd will go, they will pop so hard for this. This is how you're supposed to book tag team wrestling. If you watch what I say about Monday Night Raw, you know how much I hate how they're booking their tag team division. The tag team division is like non-existent. This is how you open a show. This is a hot opener. This is tag team wrestling. This is what we love. This is important. You can make every division feel important, not just the main guys, WWE. But like I said, this is how you do a six-man tag team match. This was a great open. I can't say nothing more about it. It was just awesome. Match 2. Now, these AEW, they're really booking. Like, I like the order of the matches. So we start off with a hot open, right? This was hot. Then we get Pac versus Kenny Omega right after that. They're like demanding your attention. You're not gonna be like, all right, I'm done. No, you're gonna watch this match. This is not no bathroom break. This was a great match. This was like both of these guys trying to outshine each other. Both of these guys are great athletes. Like, I don't know, like these guys, like it wasn't a spot heavy match, but these guys were like showing off. So Pac, he got Omega and a brutalizer, or you can call it the crucifix submission hold. Omega passed out. He did not tap out. Pac wins. Some people were actually shocked that Kenny Omega lost because Kenny Omega was supposed to go one-on-one with John Moxley, but John Moxley got infection, I think, some type of injury. And yeah, they had to replace him with Pac. But this is, in my opinion, this is great because Pac, he was supposed to face Hangman Page in Double or Nothing, I think. And he couldn't. So this is great. He has unfinished business with Hangman Page. Plus, Kenny Omega, he's on a losing streak. Wins and losses matter. So what do we have? What is going to play out on the future of AEW television? This was the best spot of the night to keep the fans excited. The level of excitement was very high for that tag team match, and it continued to bleed on through the rest of the show. They perfectly got this match right. This was the perfect spot for it, and they continue to have the perfect match order with the next match. So the next match was a Crackle Barrel clash. It was a triple threat: Darby Allin versus Jimmy Havoc versus Joey Janela. And these spots were crazy. These spots were scary. Jimmy Havoc won, but good God, did these guys kill each other? Jimmy Havoc, he started off the match stapling himself. What? And then as the match started, Joey and Darby, they taped them up. They taped up Havoc up. They put thumbtacks in his mouth. Like, what is going on? At that point, I was just going crazy. Alright, anyways, Darby, he hit a somersault senton onto Havoc while he was sitting in the chair. They taped him up on the chair, and he did a senton onto him while he's still on the chair. What is going on, guys? These guys were literally killing each other. Havoc, he was giving Janela paper cuts. Janela was hitting senton power bombs to the outside onto a table. Another crazy spot. Allen, he got a skateboard, right? He got this skateboard full of thumbtacks. He jumped and drop kicked, and it hit Janela right in the back, and the tacks went in his back. What were these guys thinking? What were these guys doing? These guys were going crazy. Allen got some still steps, right? He put Havoc on the still steps. And look, they're on the outside. Just a picture, Jimmy Havoc on the still steps laid out. And Allen, right? He grabs the Crackle Barrel, climbs to the top, right? He puts it right behind him, and he goes for the coffin drop with the Crackle Barrel on his back, leaping onto Jimmy Havoc, and the still steps is under him. But it didn't go as to plan because Jimmy Havoc moved, and it was so brutal the way the barrel crashed and he crashed into it. It looked so painful. Good lord, whatever. These guys, these guys just killed each other. These all three of these guys, this is their wrestling style. So I don't know if they've been through worse match. I haven't followed their like wrestling careers, but these guys really killed each other. But at the end, Havoc he hit a superplex to Janela onto another barrel, right? And he hit the acid rainmaker, my bad, on the rest of the barrel because the whole barrel didn't break when he hit the superplex. Janela's leg hit the barrel, it didn't break all the way. So then he hit the acid rainmaker, 1, 2, 3. It broke. It was over. It was a car crash. This match was crazy, and like I said, the variety of matches we had this. We opened with a tag team match, then we opened with a crazy showing off match, like who's the better athlete match. Then we have a hardcore extreme rules match. Like I don't know, we're getting everything that we want so far. So I gotta say, this so far the show is a thumbs up. Okay, the next two matches are the matches that brung this pay per view down a little bit. I'm not saying they were bad matches, but they just weren't exciting and they did not interest me as much as everything else on this show. Now, the Dark Order. We had the Dark Order versus the Best Friends. The winner gets a buy-in the AEW Tag Team Title Tournament. Listen, people are not liking the Dark Order at all. Based on everything I heard from fans on Twitter, YouTube, whatever, people are not liking the Dark Order. In my opinion, I'm not sure. I'm very interested in them, but I'm not invested in them. I just want to know what exactly, who they are, what exactly they're trying to do, and how big of a threat they are. Like AEW, they're like positioning them to be like, I don't know, maybe the biggest heel tag team, but I'm not sure about it. People seem like they really just don't like it. I don't know. I'm interested. So basically, this match, it wasn't really the best. I didn't pay attention to it as much as I should have because it was just wasn't that interesting. But I don't know, just the character development of the Dark Order. I'm very interested to see where they go from here. But anyways, at the end of the match, we have the lights go out because the minions, they're attacking their best friends. The lights go out, right? Once the lights come back on, Orange Cassidy is standing in the ring, the middle of the ring, with his glasses on, right? Now, if you know who Orange Cassidy is, you know he's the guy with his hands in his pocket. He doesn't use his hands. To me, this is fun, but it bothers me in a way. You know, I want serious guys, but in my opinion, he's kind of like an R-Truth. Like, I don't know. If you're gonna have that kind of gimmick, I don't want you to win the title because I want only like real competitive, legit guys to win the title. If you're gonna be like a gimmicky guy, then you're gonna like win like a hardcore title or something. Like I don't know. But anyways, let me get to this. Basically, the minions go out the ring, and Cassidy he hit a suicide dive with his hands in his pocket. That was the greatest suicide dive I ever seen. He didn't take his hands out of his pocket. That was so beautiful. And then he came back in the ring. The best friends, they both hug him, and maybe this is a new trio. Maybe he can be a part of the new best friends. But I can't lie, that suicide dive, it was great. I loved it. But like I said, I don't know, the whole gimmick with the hands in the pocket, it kind of bothers me just a little bit. But if it's just for fun, then I get it. I understand. The fifth match we had was Riho versus Hikaru Shito. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I'm sorry, whatever. The winner, they're facing Nyla Rose and for the AEW Women's Championship. Remember, I mentioned before Nyla Rose, she won the Battle Royal, but I don't know, guys. This was another match. Like I said, these are the two matches that brung this show down for me. This was good, but it was very hard to get into it. I kept getting distracted. I kept looking at my phone. I don't know. I felt like the crowd wasn't into it as much either. I don't know. I just wasn't fully invested, but they're both great athletes. I don't want to take that away from them. Rio, she wins, but I just don't know if I enjoyed it enough. I don't know how Rio is going to play out against Nyla Rose. It looks like it's looking like Nyla Rose is gonna win because Rio is like, I don't know, 90 pounds. Nyla Rose is a monster. So yeah, I don't know. Rio wins with a unique roll up, and that's it. So she's gonna face Nyla Rose, and one of them are gonna become the first AEW Women's World Champion. Now this match right here might have been my favorite match. Cody Rhodes with MJF versus Shawn Spears with Tully Blanchard. Like I said, this might have been my favorite match because it was your traditional old school wrestling match. It had an old school feel with a story. WWE, I know they had to be watching this match and they know they fucked up with Shawn Spears. Spears, Ty Dillinger, whatever. Spears looks like he's in the greatest shape of his life, and he's doing so much more than his whole WWE career. He's looking like a bigger star than the whole time in NXT and on the main roster. So I gotta say, they missed the opportunity. They messed up. Shawn Spears looking great. WWE, I think they just got annoyed with the 10 chant because everyone kept chanting 10. They stopped using him and they wasted his potential. But anyways, during the match, Tully Blanchard, he got involved. He tried to get involved multiple times. He tried to distract the ref, but MJF, he stepped up to him. He got in the ring, he stepped up to him. So Tully, he taped his hands up, right? Because MJF was in his face. He wasn't playing. So he threw his jacket at MJF. MJF then took his scarf and threw it at Blanchard. Then Spears, he kicked MJF out of the ring. Tully started a beat on him outside, right? As this was happening, the referee was distracted by MJF and Tully fighting on the outside. Out of nowhere, Arn Anderson comes out, right? He comes in the ring, hits this beautiful spine buster. Spears sold it so well. The crowd popped so loudly. Tully was surprised because obviously 4 Horsemen. He tried to call Anderson and he tried to walk to him and call him, but Anderson wasn't having it. He walked out. Spears grabbed a chair and he was about to hit Cody, but Cody took it from him. Then Spears, he was pleading for Cody not to hit him with the chair. Cody, he didn't attack him. He hit his father's bionic elbow. Then he threw the chair in Spears' face, but Spear caught it and he hit the disaster kick. Hits the crossroads. Boom. 1, 2, 3. It was a great match, great storytelling, and I love how they brought out the legends. This is how you bring out the legends right here. You see the spot that Arn Anderson had? He was in there and he was out. You don't put the legends in the matches going one-on-one. You don't have them. You put them in a specific role to make the match have more drama, have a better feel to it. You don't actually put them in a match. WWE, or with the Saudi Arabia deal, they're going to keep bringing legends back. That's not how you use your legends. That just makes it just like when I see a legend, I want to think about their glory days. I don't want to see them now and see them not doing the same things that they used to could do. I want to think about their glory days. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's Shawn Michaels. That's the only person I really want to see. But he already came out and I don't think he's going to come back out for a one-on-one, but whatever. Anyways, this is how you're supposed to use the legends. This whole match, the story and everything was just great. I loved it. I don't know. People were saying, oh, Shawn Spears should have never lost. Oh, he's looking weak already. But come on, guys. We're just starting out. AEW, it doesn't matter. We're going to get everything on track as soon as possible. Once the TV deal comes, everything will make more sense and be more important. Just watch and let the story play out. By the way, I forgot to mention, MJF, he teased a heel turn. So as Cody was celebrating, MJF was behind him with a steel chair, and he was looking like he was about to hit him. Once Cody turned around, he dropped it and gave him a hug. Now, MJF is still a heel. Don't get it twisted. He's a heel. He was talking bad about the kids. He was talking bad about people in wheelchairs. He's a real life heel. He's just friends with Cody because Cody got him where he's at right now. So, I don't know. Are we going to see a heel turn? It's very possible. I think we actually are. But, that's just like a little tease. So, just be on the lookout for MJF. Are we coming down to the last 2 matches of the show? And some people were actually upset that this match didn't go on last. But you guys got to understand that the AEW World Championship, should be the most important thing on AEW television. Pay-per-view doesn't matter. It should be the most important thing on the TV. So I like that they're giving it the last match. It should always be the last match. Doesn't matter who has the best match in the night. We need to establish who the champions are and why they're important. They should always main event. So next we had the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros in a ladder match for the Lucha Bros AAA World Tag Team titles. This match was off the charts. These guys killed each other. Are these guys human? This was a spot fest to the max, but it's definitely one of my favorite ladder matches in 2019. It competes with like the ladder match and NXT Takeover 25, the Fatal 4-Way ladder match where the Street Profits won. Definitely my top two. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know which match I like more. But, like I said, this was a spot fest. But I actually enjoyed it. They did a lot, but this was the blow-off match. So, they had to put everything in it. But I watched it, and I really enjoyed it. But they started off the match, like, real disrespectful. They started off taunting the Lucha Bros. They were saying zero fear. You know what they do. The Young Bucks, they came back and said zero huevos. You know what I mean? Like zero balls, whatever. So eventually, the Lucha Bros are gonna continue to taunt, and the Young Bucks they spit the gum in their face. So the match starts off immediately. Now I'm just gonna go through the spots because there's like 50 spots in this match. Pentagon Jr. He knocked the Bucks on the outside, and there was a ladder position. So Phoenix, he catapulted himself. Like, look, he's in the ring on the apron, right? The ladder's right there. He catapulted himself, did like a somersault senton onto the Bucks, starting off the match already hot. So the match picks up, and we have two tables. So Matt and Phoenix, they're in the ring, and they're both on the apron. So they both bounce off and spear their opposite partners onto both of the tables. Another awesome spot. They took each other partners out. Later on we see Pentagon. He had a sling blade off the ladder to Matt. Another nice spot. The crowd they was giving him an ovation. Phoenix, he jumped over the top rope from the apron through the ladder, hit a Mexican destroyer to Matt. So impressive. Here comes the holy shit part. So we already seen some of Pentagon on the ladder with Matt. He hit a unbelievable Mexican destroyer onto a table. Holy shit! These spots are just they like that. Legitimately should have ended the match right there. I don't know if he should have got up after that. I don't like. What do you like? Like, this is the only thing I don't like about the Young Bucks matches so far. They pull out a lot of moves that I feel like should just end the match. So they're real spotty, but you know how they are. But I just wish that some of the moves that they pull, they shouldn't pull it out so often. Like really, that should have ended the match. But anyways, it's spots like this that I don't know why they do. Like, this is so risky. But anyways, so they did this spot again where one of the brothers took out the other brother, and not in like the tag team, but like, say Phoenix, he took out Matt. Nick, he took out Pentagon. That's exactly what happened. So Pentagon was on a table on the outside, on this side, and on the other side of the ring, Matt was on the table as well. Phoenix, Nick, they both climbed separate ladders, and then they faced each other. They were taunting each other, talking smack, Then they splashed the two older brothers. Another crazy spot. They just, like I said, they went all out. Later, the Bucks got Pentagon in a sharpshooter crossface combination while the ladder was on top of Pentagon. That did not look comfortable at all. Phoenix, he came back, started to climb the ladder. So the Bucks, they stopped. They were going to set up for a Melter driver, but Pentagon, he had a super kick on Matt, who had Phoenix in a tombstone pile driver position, right? And Pentagon pushed the ladder down. And Nick, oh my God, Nick violently fell, and like there were two tables on the outside. So I saw the spot that they were going for, but I guess Nick tripped up or something, but his legs got caught on the ropes. He did not go through both tables. He only went through one, and it looked like his head hit the other table. That's the only thing that touched that table, his head. It was pretty brutal. The referees came up to him immediately. They had to. I was fearing. I thought like that was it. Like he's injured. He's done. We're not going to see him for a while. But thankfully he was alright. He said like this is I'm recording this days after or weeks after, but he's alright. I'm so happy he's alright because that spot was nasty. You know exactly the spot I'm talking about. When he pushed him down, he was supposed to fall on both tables, but he missed. He came up short. So we actually seen Matt rip off Phoenix mask as well, which got the Bucks booed in Chicago, which is kind of crazy. They're real over and they got booed. So I don't know, like kind of feeling like I would like to see the Bucks turn heel, but I don't know. I'm not gonna get into all that, but it was just kind of crazy that they booed him. That's how much respect you have to have when it comes to the luchador tradition. You cannot touch another man's mask. I guarantee that was planned. There's no way they're gonna allow that to happen. That had to be planned, but I don't know. The Bulls, were they expecting the Bulls? I kind of hope that they were, cause I don't know, a heel Bucks team. That's not out of the possibility. But anyways, since Matt did this, the Lucha Bros, they had to kill Matt. So it was a bridge ladder that was, it was positioned on the apron and the barricade. So Pentagon got Matt. No, yeah, he got Matt in the package pile driver, but Phoenix hit a double stomp as well as he hit the pile driver on the ladder, which was brutal as fuck. Then the Lucha Bros, they climbed the ladder. They retained the AAA World Tag Team titles. That match, like I said, a spot fest. So many dangerous, risky spots. Some people were saying it was the match of the night. I don't know. I had a feeling that, I don't know, Cody and, Shawn Spears, their match was a little better in my opinion because of the storytelling, but I can't fault you if you like this match. It was just real spotty but risky. But after the match, literally immediately, we see two guys rush the ring immediately. These guys had President Mask on, dead presidents. They attacked the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros, and they revealed themselves to be LAX, Santana, and Ortiz. This shows that AEW cares about their tag team division. Their tag team division is probably the best tag team division in any pro wrestling company. That's it. They have it all. So I'm very excited for AEW wrestling and tag team wrestling. I wonder if they're going to be in the tournament, for the tag team titles. I don't know if it's a little too late, but I'm very, very excited because compared to WWE, the tag team division over there is worthless. So I hope AEW can show what real tag team wrestling is. Finally, to end this off, we have the main event to crown the first ever AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Jericho versus Hangman Page. And I don't know, it's something about Hangman Page that's not quite there yet. I feel like he is the guy that we should be focused on, but it's just something that's not there. I give him like a couple more months. He's the guy that's supposed to be there, but he's just not getting the reaction. He did get a reaction though. He came up with a horse, real horse shit, real cowboy shit, I should say. But yeah, this match, it was a good match. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was a good match. It got the job done. It made me believe that Adam Page had a slight chance, but I knew at the end of the day, Jericho was going to win this. Jericho, everything Jericho does, he just does it to perfection. Jericho, doesn't matter if he's like 49, 48, however old he is, he's going to bring prestige to the title. He's a notable name. I know People shit on people that say, oh, why is Jericho the champion? Listen, this is not like WWE where you have like one old wrestler versus another old wrestler and then they compete and it's just not a good match, or a Goldberg as Universal Champion. Listen, this is Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is not Goldberg. It's a difference. So just give Jericho a chance. He's gonna do what he has to do. And like I said, I'm recording this after, so you guys already know what happened with Jericho losing the title and whatever. They made a whole storyline out of him losing the title legitimately. So you know this is gonna be good. Jericho making everything funny. The bubbly's funny. Jericho he's gold. Anything he touches is gold. So just trust me, Jericho is gonna be a great champion. But this match, it didn't have that many spots that I was very interested in. There was like a shooting star onto the outside. So Jericho was on the outside. It was a shooting star that Jericho turned it into a cold breaker, which looked it devastating. I couldn't believe that. Page hit back elbow, which basically was almost the Judas effect, but it busted Jericho open. Jericho got out the ring and slowed the match down. The match was already slow most of the time. Jericho eventually he kicked out of the dead eye and he hit the Judas effect. 1, 2, 3. We have now our first AEW World Heavyweight Champion. All Out was a success. This was how they wanted to start before they have their first television show. Very excited for it. And NXT is going to be competing with them. You can forget about the main roster. Whatever Vince is going to put on, he could put on. It's where NXT and AEW. Now, I know AEW is going to have a different feel because it's going to be like a Monday Night Raw. NXT, it's not going to feel like a Monday Night Raw, but, it's just 2 hours now. But listen, I have faith in NXT. They're going to bring out all their big guns, same as AEW. So this is just how it's going to be. AEW is going to bring it, and I enjoy everything about AEW so far. By the way, CM Punk, I know, All Out, Chicago, CM Punk was at StarCast. I was hoping CM Punk came out as well. Well, we didn't get him. And at this point, I'm really tired of talking about CM Punk. Like, I don't want to give up faith on CM Punk because he can legitimately come any day and shock the world. But at this point, I want it to be a surprise. I'm not going to assume he's going to come because this was the perfect night to come. Like, imagine this. Imagine they had CM Punk just come out as an appearance before the AEW World Championship and he's going to present the winner of the championship with the title, right? So, CM Punk could give the title to Jericho, right? And Jericho, he can say some remark like, yeah, I'm the true best in the world at what I do, right? Or like, say something like that to like, get heat on him. They're in Chicago, it's CM Punk. And then just have CM Punk like waffle Jericho right there. Pick up the AEW championship, hold it in the air, and that's it. CM Punk doesn't have to come back. That's a story waiting to happen. If he doesn't want to come back now, he can definitely come back later on. That would have been perfect. Or if you guys just wanted that to happen and not no story for him to come back, that would have been a great way to end the night. But I understand why they didn't do it. They didn't want, the AEW championship to be an afterthought. They didn't want CM Punk attacking Jericho to be like the main story. So I understand, whatever. The CM Punk talk is out my head. I don't care about CM Punk anymore until I see him on AEW TV getting physical. Then I don't care. But like I said, don't let CM Punk bring this show down. This was a great show. I don't know if this was my favorite show of them all. Definitely top 2 of so far AEW's pay-per-views. I really enjoyed it. But there you go, guys. There is my AEW All Out review. Super late. I'm like 3 weeks late, guys. I keep saying I'm gonna make these videos back to back, but I never do it. But I'm up today. Hopefully I get these videos back to back. I'm gonna be recording my NXT UK Cardiff, my takeover video soon. Right after this. Hopefully right after this. I have my notes ready. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys like my video, comment, subscribe, follow my Twitter. Is @LogicIsKey, YT. You can see all my tweets, everything I'm watching, all my WWE stuff, all my AEW stuff I be watching. I be liking, sharing, all that. Follow me on my Twitter. Build this audience up. Thank you guys for listening. And stay tuned for more videos.